Oh my gosh. Why is it so bright? Good morning. Class starts in about 5 minutes, so I need to get them all going. And we are officially 1 week away from our final and 1 week away from the program ending. We're 1 week out, and I don't know how to feel. Blessed is an understatement. And yeah, I'm really tired this morning. What's new? I'll probably talk to you guys after class. It's only a few hours, so I'll see you then. Hopefully the lighting will be better by then too.
I'm wearing a white dress.
That is unbelievable.
Oh, stop. Seriously. What a ceremony, right? Well, you want to
1 more week left. 1 more week left. 1 more week left. 1 more week left. Okay, so I keep telling you guys that I'm going to set this up a little bit. Explain to you what's different about this week than the past weeks. So for the past, I will say 6 weeks, we have had class we've had a morning session that is from like 8 to 12 and then an afternoon session from 1 to 3. And in between those, we would have like M.E.D seminars. You guys know that Carolina Connections is on Tuesdays at 6:30, so we would have those. We would just have like TA meetings and stuff in between, which I actually need to schedule mine now because I literally forgot. Where does the time go? Anyways, this week is a little bit different since we are on the second block and we just have finals left, and that's it. So for 2 out of the 3 of our classes this semester, we have already finished up all of the material that we are going to learn. So those 2 classes are anatomy, which we finished that up last week, and then physiology, which we just finished that up today. So for those classes, we technically don't have class anymore, but they have scheduled review sessions. They're just shorter. So like, I think we're supposed to have anatomy Tuesday through Thursday, and we don't have it. We just have an anatomy review session on Tuesday, and then we have like office hours with our TA. And then same thing with physio. We're technically supposed to have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we don't have it Friday, and we had it today. Today was our last class, and then Wednesday we just have like a review session for an hour. So it's pretty relaxed in that state. Now histo, we still have class like normal up until Thursday, but obviously the exams are cumulative, so that means that everything that we've learned from the last 2 weeks will be up there or could possibly be up there. So it's a lot more to study, I would say. I feel pretty good about how I did last 2 weeks, except for physio, which you guys all know I am struggling in just a tad. And I want to preface this by saying that, so something that I didn't know about medical school and the M.E.D is like the importance of pass fail. The M.E.D is a good mixture of pass fail and grade, like a grading scale, because grades obviously matter because you're trying to get highly recommended or recommended, which you need an 80 to an 89 is recommended, and then highly recommended is 90 to 100. So anything below that you get recommended with reservations if it's a C, and then we cannot recommend it this time if it's anything lower than a C. So obviously everybody in our class is striving for the top 2, which is recommended or highly recommended. So that's where the grades come in, but we do have a pass fail like cutoff, which I think is very neat and interesting. So the cutoff is 70%. If you don't hit 70%, then you are required to do tutoring. I will talk a little bit more about this in my I'll make a video where I just like sit down and like talk about the M.E.D program like in its whole, in its entirety. For the past midterm that we had, I did make the cutoff for all of my exams. So when I say that I didn't do as well as I would like, it's not that I failed, it's that I didn't do as well as I would like to. So I don't get any extra help, if that makes sense. Whereas before, because this has not always been the case, and I want to be very, very like open. There was like in the first block, the first midterm that I have, where I didn't make the cutoff for one of my classes, so I did have to get that extra help, which I don't know, when it first happened I felt like, oh my gosh, like this sucks, like can I do this, you know? But then I quickly realized, very, very quickly, because you don't have much time to think and get a turnaround, getting that extra help is almost better than not receiving it at all. Because comparing where I was at back then to where I am now, I probably knew more last time and just didn't understand how to answer the questions than I do this time. And I understand how to answer the questions a little bit better and rule stuff out, but I don't get any like extra one-on-one time. Now I could like request it if I really needed to, which I might, but if anyone's doing this program and you're watching this video in the future, just know like if you are in a position where like you didn't pass and you have to get the extra help, please do not feel bad. Please do not feel bad. It's actually like sitting where I I am now versus sitting where I was, I would want to pass, but like I would still want the extra help, because now you can truly figure out what it is you don't understand. Is it your study methods, which for me it was? Is it the actual content? Blase, blase, blase. So yeah, that was a long rant, but I just felt the need to like explain like what's going down this week. Next week will be even crazier because our finals are split up. Thank God. I told you guys about the midterm situation where we had 3 exams in one day, which it wasn't that bad. I'm a very go with the flow type of gal in certain situations. So like if you tell me like, oh, you're gonna have 4 exams on this day ahead of time, like it is what it is. Like what more are you gonna say, you know? So I just prepared for the final to be the same way. But I guess some people, or maybe the program like decided, I'm not sure, that it was just a little too much, so they moved it. So we have 2 exams on Monday, 1 exam on Tuesday, or maybe it was just too long to have all of these final exams in one day. Obviously there's pros and cons to both situations. And then the rest of the week we just have like finishing up like M.E.D seminars. I'm not sure if we have a Carolina Connections. I am so excited for the Carolina Connections tomorrow. The field that I am interested in, which take this with a grain of salt because I know nothing. I have not been to medical school yet. I am only going off of shadowing experiences, prior fascinations, blase blase. But the field that has captured my eye at this moment in time is radiology, and I've been waiting all 2 months for a I was about to say all semester long, but wait, all these 2 months for a radiologist to come on board, and we finally have one. So now I'm finna reach out. I'm just so excited. People are like, oh, like what interests you about radiology? I think that reading those x-rays, MRIs, CT scans has got to be one of the coolest things that a person could do. Like imagine walking into a room and everybody's like, oh, we don't know what this is. Like, what is that? And you're like, oh, it's blase, blase, blase. Like, and then you have to know a little bit of everything. Like, it just seems so interesting to me. And it's technology, blase, blase, blase. Like, there's a lot of pros to it. I'm sure there's some cons. I just don't know them yet. And I'm very excited, needless to say. Okay, so basically the goal for today is I'm going to write down on my whiteboard. I'll show you on one of my breaks what the goal is for today. Here's another thing about M.E.D that I love. My class is very, very collaborative. If you have a question, more than one person will help you out. More than one person will answer. You'll get so many different perspectives. So today I just straight up told them like, hey, like I'm struggling in physio. Like is anybody else, like I don't know what it is. And there was a lot of different factors that I discussed with them that they're like, yeah, we totally feel that. We totally understand. And you know, they just talked me through my struggles and reassured me that everything was going to be okay. And sometimes you really need to get that off your chest, and who better to get it off your chest with than the people who are going through this process with you. And it's just an amazing process and experience, and I'm just so happy and so blessed that I got it. Honestly, I think I have fully enjoyed this experience way more just knowing that it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't God, and that it truly is just a blessing. Like I don't even know how to describe to you guys. Like if I would have just gotten this, like I don't know, it just makes sense, and I'll make a video about it, like with the whole talking about what the M.E.D is. But when you're going through a dry like spout, like nothing, you feel like nothing good is happening for you, and you pray about it and you just have to solely rely on God, like that's all you can do, it just makes the reward so much sweeter, because you know that one, you know you're gonna make it through because God wouldn't put you in a situation that you're not gonna come out better on the other side, and two, like you work harder because you know that who placed you here has your best interest at heart, so you're gonna work the hardest that you can. And that's what I had to remind myself yesterday, you know, like yes, I'm tired, yes, I'm sleepy, but God called me to do this for a reason, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my abilities. So that's what we're getting ready to do. But I will talk to you guys on my break. Hello. I'm waiting for the histology midterm review to start. So we already had our other 2 midterm reviews at the beginning of, not at the beginning, but towards the last week is what I'm trying to say. Honestly, my weeks and days have been running together ever since the program started. Long story short, I have been working extremely hard. I worked on physios for so like long without taking a break that my head started to hurt, so I took a nap, and then I got back up, finished all the physio that I'm probably going to do for today. I say that, I just never know. Now I'm working on histo. The goal was to finish histo before I go to the gym, but I don't think that's going to be possible. I did finish the image portion of skin, so I like break up my Quizlets for histo, and I do like images, and then I do one for like definitions for obvious reasons. It's not obvious, it's because he will either have identification questions questions or tell me the function of this question, so you have to know both. But the way that Quizlet's set up, the images only show up on, like, if it's terms and definitions, the images only show up on definitions, so you have to like flip your questions around, and I just don't have the strength or the stamina to continue to flip every single question around in my head, so I just split it up. Why did I put review muscle and skin Quizlet? Am I gonna study it today? I guess so. That's what I wrote. Alright, but I'll talk to you guys after this review session. Okay, so we just got done with histology review. Technically it's still going on, but I don't have any questions. And I don't know if anyone else is like this, but when I sit and listen to other people's questions, it either makes me feel more, like if I know what's going on really well, then it'll end up making me more confused, versus if I don't know what's going on, it'll probably help me out because I don't know anything to begin with. But I did pretty well in histology on the midterm, and yeah, the questions were hard though. Like, I'm not even finna lie to y'all, the questions weren't hard. It's the fact that everything is identification and we're via Zoom, so the pictures that we're getting are like, we're asked about 3D items on a 2D slide looked at through a 3D microscope, taken by a picture on a 2D like camera. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's so many different like 2D, 3D, 2D, 3D, 2D, 3D, that by the time that it gets to us, it looks like the pixels were off, the everything was off. So I was just like, listen, if the Lord's got me, the Lord's got me, and he had me. He still got me. So yeah, that was my saving grace, honestly. Right now, I'm going to go eat because I realized that I haven't eaten lunch, and it is 4:45, and I have to go to the gym at 5:30. And when I come back, I'm gonna finish up histo and probably try to do, I want to do half of an anatomy like Quizlet that I have left. That means I will only have one more left to do. So, okay, in a perfect world, I would finish both of my histo Quizlets. That's got to get done anyways because we have histo tomorrow. Then I would finish the second half of one anatomy PowerPoint and the first half of another anatomy PowerPoint. And then I would go back through and do like the big like concept questions on, like, I was gonna say like 3 out of the 5, but that's a lot to do. So maybe 1 out of the 5. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes I'm like really super duper productive, and other times like concepts take me a lot longer to get down in my head if I've been studying a lot all day, and I've been studying a lot all day. So I'm gonna go to the gym. Guess what jacket I'm wearing? Hold on, let me see if y'all can see it. Can y'all see it? Yeah, still representing. I'll see you guys this evening. Alright guys, it's almost 9:20, and I'm about to start my night study session. I thought I would get in here a little bit earlier, but there was a debacle. So, whatever. I'm not in the best mood, as you can tell. And I kind of just want to get this stuff done so I can go to bed, honestly. We have kind of a long day tomorrow. Our Tuesdays are always long. And we do have like our histology class, so that's going to take some time, and it is new information. So we went to physiology, we went to the midterm office hours for histo, and we went to the gym. So tomorrow we have histology, gross anatomy, physiology, Carolina connections. We have a meeting at 12:30. I cannot forget this. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Honestly, I'm going to motivate myself with these gummies. I've eaten so many of these, it's ridiculous. And I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. So yeah, I'm just going to get to work. I'll probably see you guys in the morning. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better. Oh, I wanted to actually try going through the lab, but I'm scared to do that. Okay, I'll let you guys watch me work for a little bit. Don't touch me. Ew.
So I was walking through the street, okay? And I was like, oh my god.
Hold on, let me preface this by saying everything she's about to tell you guys. God dang it, Callie!
You know my wide hips can't handle it. And I was walking through the store, and I just felt like an ache in my knee, and I was like, what's happening? Then I went down and I hit the back of my shoulder, and I was like, ow. And I had on like a tank top, okay? So all of the sharp things in the road got stuck in my armpit. Yeah. And I was like,
the what on the road?
I took the gravel. And I took them out, and when I got in the shower, I'm like, I'll be okay. Everything will be okay.
And what happened once you took them out?
Dr. Pepper in here? Dang, I didn't really know Coca-Colas.
You don't need a soda.
Oh, yes! Anyways, and I was like, ow, you know? And then I took a shower and I was like, okay, I'll be okay.
You didn't shut it. You want me to shut it for you?
And I took time, like, okay, I'll be okay. And then, I decided to take a shower, you know, take everything out, go into the pool, and I went into the pool, and then I got an infection from the pool, so that's why you don't go in public pools. So I've been trying to get my own private pool for a while. I'm joking. A little transition. Hold on. Good night.
Good night. I don't know. I won't put all her business out there, but remember on the street as you could hear her wailing. You could hear her wailing all the way from the emergency room. All right, I'm gonna get to work. My neck hurts. It's like a common side effect. I've picked my face a lot. I am very stressed. I don't know. I just feel like this set of information is a lot harder and it's not sticking as well as the first set of information, which some of you guys might be like, well, duh, it's the final material. I don't know. A lot of the stuff in M.E.D program and in medical school, they tell you it's not necessarily new. Some of it is, but a lot of it is not. It's just more in depth. With skin and muscle, I've seen this stuff before. So I just don't understand why it's not sticking. It makes sense why physiology is not sticking, because even when I studied the kidney and anatomy, it just, no. But I'm trying to push and keep going. I'm not even halfway through my last PowerPoint, and I'm praying to the good Lord above that the last half is like mostly pictures, which I think it is. I'm just really tired. I'm not even tired. I just want to lay down and not have to look at this. If I can get this done before 12, I'll be happy. Maybe, probably not. I don't know. I don't even know what it would take for me to be happy. I currently feel, let's do the little meter thing, because I feel like that helps me out. Right now, I feel that I know about 0% of anatomy. I say 12% of physiology. Maybe like a 6% of histology. So, can you tell what class I've studied the most for? Can you tell what class I haven't studied for? All I keep doing is wanting to snack, and that's just not healthy. But, alright, nonetheless, I'm going to continue to study, and I'll really see you guys in the morning, probably, next time.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.